So, dear students, in our last lecture we have seen Q, and now we will see the concept multiple Q. Now, multiple Q is also one of the type of the data structure, and it is combination of several Qs. Means multiple Q is nothing but one single dimensional array where number of Qs are stored in a single dimensional array. Now, as we have seen in Q, for insertion there is one end that is called as rear, and for deletion there is another end that is called as front. The same thing is applicable in the multiple queue, that the insertion will be done from rear and the deletion will be done from the front. And as we have seen in multiple stack, here is also the same concept, that as I said, multiple queue is combination of number of queues. So each and every queue will have its own front and own rear. So multiple queue is in short the number of, it is the combination of number of queues where each and every queue is having its own rear end for insertion and own front end for the deletion. Now why this is used? Because of this, utilization of memory space is done in a very efficient way, because we are doing, we are placing the number of queues in a single dimensional array. So memory, whatever memory space we are having, in that the proper fixing and proper utilization or proper arrangement of number of queues has been done, and that's why multiple queue is very efficient. So what we do initially, whatever memory space we are having, that we divide into number of parts according to size of the queue. Now it is not necessary that each and every queue size will be same. Definitely every size of queue will be different. So according to the size of the queue, the memory space will be divided into number of parts according to the size of queue. So we are using the functions add and delete for insertion and deletion. First we will see this particular queue, that is multiple queue. See, we are having this queue which is multiple queue. Now it is combination of various queues, that is q1 is here, q2 is here, qm minus 1 is here, and qm is here. Now we can see each and every queue is having its own front and own rear. Means q1 is having its own front and own rear, that is f1 f2. q2 is having f2 r2. Same way each and every queue will have its own front and own rear. Now we can see this is the memory space which we were having, and we have divided this memory space according to the particular queue, and so the memory utilization has been done in a very proper way. So for insertion and deletion, we are using add and delete function. So add is used for inserting the element from the rear end of the queue, and delete is used for removing or deleting the element from front of the queue. So whenever we are inserting any element in the queue from the rear end, first we used to check the front and rear. If the value of front and rear is equal, then definitely our queue is full, because this happened only when the front and rear, if they are having the same position, means your queue is full and there is no any space for inserting the data. So first we will always check if they are equal. If yes, then there is no space for inserting the element. If it is not full, then we can insert the element from the rear end, and it will be incremented from our rear plus 1. The same way is applicable for deletion of the element. Whenever we want to remove the element from queue, we will check if rear is equal to front plus 1. Means we want to check the queue is empty or not. If our queue is empty, then there is no element, so that we can delete it. So if it is true, then our queue is empty. Otherwise we can delete the element from front, and its its counter will be incremented. The counter of front will be incremented. So for insertion and deletion, the add and delete element has been used. And this is the multiple queue where we are having number of queues, as I said, having each and every front and rear for particular queue. Now we can see here, now as I already said, this is front and rear of Q1, this is front and rear of Q2, this is front and rear of Qm, but we can see Qm minus 1 is empty. So it might be possible that initially it is empty, but its size is specified. That's why these memory locations are allocated to Qm minus 1. And as it is, the memory space is utilized very efficiently because it's fixed according to its size. Multiple queue is a very efficient data structure. Thank you.